back to another Shadow-DragonTV. I used to be called Baby Dragon TV, but I actually rolled it over. Baby Dragon was for Ark. I did a lot of Ark stuff, so now I'm actually here on Destiny 2. I changed the name. It's going to be my full-time name now. Literally, it's the same as my gamer tag, except there's no 656. It's just TV at the end. So you'll be able to look me up that way. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitch. I'm on pretty much anything, anywhere you want to look. I'm here. Today we're going to do 11 tips for the Osiris DLC. Okay. I hate talking. I am drinking already this morning. So this is going to be fun. It's going to be a little interesting. It's going to be a little long, but I'm going to go through in good detail of my 11 tips that I would give you going into the new DLC. I'm going to go over a couple things with the Vex. I'm going to go over power leveling. I'm going to go over the ways to get Engrams and loots and keys and tokens and all that fun stuff. Other than that, I want to be joined by my good friend Anubis on the LGC clan here. Hope everything is going well with him, and he'll be joining me here in a couple seconds. But other than that, I want to give a shout out to Mercy Gaming. They actually helped me get my first flawless last night. They did play for me this time, which is completely fine. I'm not bad at PvP. I really ain't. But when it comes to trials, we fold. There's no way around it. Really, the main things that I wanted was the prosecutor and this horse emblem. That's my main reasons for even wanting to go flawless. Normally, I would just play trials to play trials, just to vent and rage quit a couple times. Outside of that, shout out to them. You can find Mercy Gaming online. They did a really nice job. They were very secure with my account. They did a wonderful job taking care of my character. They went until they got to flawless. I mean, it took them, I think, like 6-7 hours. I mean, they were having problems. I guess people were reporting them and getting players kicked, so they would have to start over. One of the good things, I did not get the prosecutor, which bums me out, but, you know, I did get this awesome submachine gun, and I cannot ask anymore for a better submachine gun right now. The Antelope and this, to me, are on par with each other. Other than that, I'll go into detail about those a little later. I got everything, but this is 11 tips and tricks for the upcoming DLC, Curse of Osiris. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Let's start off with our Fireteam Tokens. Let me go in here and show us those, in case we don't know what they are. We all should be running them. They're for experience, different public events, strikes, crucible, anything you're getting XP and loot from. We should definitely be using our Fireteam Tokens when the new DLC drops, so go ahead and stockpile the shit out of those. It's going to be really good to keep a lot of them handy, to be doing all kinds of stuff from getting your new exotics. I know for me, I'm going to be hunting that Jade Rabbit. I mean, I don't know about you, Anubis, but I am.
Oh yeah, I want that real bad. Now, do they stack the different medallions? Do they stack, or is it just only I get benefit?
From what I'm finding out over the time of just playing D2 here, I find out that they are guaranteed to stack up to twice. I always, if we're in a fire team of 3, I always have all 3 members do it just to play it safe. But Heretel says it is a double stack. So the more people you have running it, the better. So when the DLC drops, it is a good idea to hop up with your buddies and go grind out the levels. You want to do all that really smoothly and nicely. Other than that, moving on, our second point here is legendary shards. I have a friend that works in Bungie who gave us pretty good hints on the legendary shards are going to have a lot more use coming in the DLC. So I'm sure a lot of us already have a ton of legendary shards, but right now I'm sitting at 1,600, almost 1,700 legendary shards. So I'm really not worried about it unless they do something really drastic. And outside of that, I'm just keep them on you. Dismantle the guns you don't want, don't need, save them up.
All right.
How about you?
Yeah, sounds good. I've got 2,500, so.
Yeah. So there's still no level cap that we know of.
Right.
The next thing I'm gonna roll into is the raid keys. Okay, we have a cabal excavation thing coming in here. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, it's way over there.
Oh yeah, okay.
But next thing is gonna be the raid keys. A lot of this with the raid keys has been a controversy. Everybody's like, no, they get deleted. No, they do not get deleted anymore. That was fixed in a update about a week or 2 weeks ago. What's gonna happen? Hey, see if we can't snipe one of the guys from here on that public event. See if we can't get a free pub.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, those raid keys are not resetting now. As you can see here, I have 6 in my inventory currently. I did manage to use 3 this week when I was running people through the raid. I wanted to just drop in, see what I could get. I mean, I only have like 2 exotics in the entire game that I don't have. So keeping those raid keys, they're going to be a really good benefit. A lot of the time, the raid keys are, pretty much guaranteed a legendary? Wouldn't you say, Anubis? Has you ever got skunked on a raid key?
No, it's always been at least a legendary, and someone told me that 1 out of every 3 possibly is an exotic.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting to, and I feel it's a little higher than that when you're running a full Fireteam medallions. So there again, that Fireteam medallion's coming back into play. Another
plus with the clan,
good reason to have it.
Yes. The clan.
Yes, you're also getting your clan Engrams from doing the raid too, so keep that up.
And the clan perks, as long as you're with clan members, you get better drops. Things of that nature.
Yes. Let me pull that up here. You're talking about on the clan emblem or the banner? Yeah.
Yeah, for our rank, how high it goes up.
Yes. So, being that we're rank 6 in our clan, we actually have all the clan banner perks unlocked, which is a good thing. So yes, for LGC guys here, we're actually going to be using that to our benefit. Well, actually maybe not. That may be considered Season 2, so we may be setting over fresh with the clan banner. So that could go either way depending on when they update the seasons. Next up, well, to wrap that up, save your raid keys. Every raid key you have is guaranteed to be pretty much a legendary, or a legendary and an exotic. 1 out of 3. So if you're saving those keys up, they're not considered to be Engrams yet. Alright? They are, quote unquote, they are, but they are not technically registered as an Engram sitting in your inventory that says 305 or 290 or whatever. They're not actually locked into a level yet. So when you do the raid after the DLC, you have 1, a chance of getting one of the new exotics that drops, 2, getting higher power gear, or 3, just getting better loot that you may not have normally. So it's going to help you across the board. Another thing that I will be doing here starting this coming week, this brings us to our 4th point. I am going through as beginning to save bright engrams. They already said that Test Eververse will be getting a completely new set of items. All the exotic emotes, ships, sparrows, all that stuff's going to be going away. I got a couple of them here to look at if we can. Yeah, well, there's all the emotes. But anyway, you want to go through, try to get as many of these as you can before the DLC drops. If you already have a large portion of them, or you don't care about missing out on some of the older stuff that you don't have, feel free to save your bright engrams. Start doing that, and the reason I say do that is because when the new stuff drops, they're going to discontinue all the exotic ships, all the exotic engrams, all that certain stuff there coming from Test Eververse. They're going to discontinue them. So that's going to allow you to, on day one, if you have, say, 10 bright Engrams sitting in your inventory, you're going to be able to pop all 10 of those Engrams and get some of the new Test Eververse stuff. I mean, not that you're not going to get it just from playing the game for a couple months, but you get a head start, man. You might get that selfie emote that we all want.
Right?
I mean, I want it just because it looks cool, especially if it shows you first person looking at your dude like that. Man, it looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Moving on to my fifth point, tokens. Tokens. If you notice here, I actually do not have many tokens in my inventory. It's not that I don't have them, I've been putting them in my vault. The reason I'm doing this is because in my vault, I've been saving them up. If I could show you, I'll probably put a screenshot in here somewhere of what's going on with my vault, how I've been setting it up. Anyway, what these tokens will be able to do is when the DLC drops, you'll be able to take all your EDZ, Crucible, your gunsmith parts, in any place that there's been new weapons added, a new exotic lines, things changed, anything. You're going to be able to take those tokens and the weapon parts and telemetries and little tiny pieces from all over the planet, the data lattice, all that stuff, and go and turn it in to the corresponding person and get some more loot. You're going to be leveling up that way too. So save your tokens. That's a good point of view. We got plenty of time. You should be able to get like 100 in each thing pretty easy in the next 4 weeks, 3 weeks, depending on how much you play. What do you think about that, Anubis? Everything sound pretty good so far?
Yeah, it sounds solid. It makes good sense. Not really too many questions there, so
Yep.
we're good.
All right. The next part that I'm going to make is, as you can see here on my destination map, I actually have a bunch of the quests still up for the exotics on this character. Like here, Enhance for the Might of Multi-Tool. Titan is the Rat King. Still have that one, Enemy of my Enemy. I've been saving a lot of these missions on 2 of my characters for this kind of stuff. Io's Destiny, and I'm not sure where this one starts. Yeah, right here. Exodus Black is the one on Nexus. The reason I say save these, if you've already done it on one character, it is a good thing to save the rest of them. I mean, back when we started D2, we used those weapons to grind our light levels up higher. I wish I could have told people to not do it because it was too easy of a grind. It would have been a lot better. I mean, I don't know about you, Mubis, but I was maxed out week 1. So
yeah, I was too. I mean, the Mida light level was like 260. We were doing it at like 230.
yeah, so I mean, it was pretty much a joke on how quick you could level up, but that's a whole story for another time. But
Yeah.
save these missions. When the new stuff drops, you should be able to turn those missions back in and get newer, higher gear. I mean, the light difference is only going from 305 to 335. It's only a 30-point difference. And you are going to get a big climb when you go from level 20 to 25. You're going to get another power boost there. So that's going to be another big help. Recommendation, just save those quests if you got them. I think I even have like another part of Mida just sitting. Yeah, all I have to do is speak to Banshee and I get another Mida right now. I have that just sitting in my inventory. And I got another on the comms mission I'm working on for the raid for the Legend of Accurate shotgun. So just keep that as a heads up. We're all gonna be fighting for that higher loot. So
yeah,
that's really, it's gonna be a plus that you can just get that new Mida at the max level when we get to that point, instead of having to try to grind up your old one. Another big thing is exotics. We got new exotics coming. We all know that. How's it going, KH? We're in the middle of a video, buddy.
He's not in the
but,
party yet.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it. But, yeah, we got new exotics coming. We got a whole bunch of new stuff working through the works. We know that Jade Rabbit, possibly a Thorn. There is a Solar Trace Rifle coming, which looks dope as shit.
Yeah.
A bunch of the old exotics are coming back. There's hints at Bones of Ao, Telesto, and a bunch of other ones. Off the top of my head, I can't think of them. But one that I'm not too thrilled about, just like the Mida being thrilled about everybody getting, Thorn does look like it's to be rumored to be coming back. There was a picture in the reveal trailer of Osiris, so that was a thing. Wasn't too thrilled about that, but it's coming, hopefully. I mean, it is good to see Thorn coming back, being that it was one of the most used guns. I just hope they balance it out a little better than they did to fucking Mida. I mean, Mida's sitting 2 right now in the meta. That's not really thrilling. I mean, I believe it's an 8.8 in the meta right now, and Uriel's gift is like an 18.1. So that's literally all you're seeing in Crucible. Not fun.
Yeah.
But that's basically it for the exotics. Expect all the exotics to have a new shader. I'm not sure if Test is actually going to get rid of those shaders for the guns that are already out. They have not confirmed or denied that yet. So it's going to be pretty neat that way to hopefully see some new guns. I posted a Jade Rabbit skin in the chat of the one that is currently winning a contest at Bungie right now. So, I mean, it looks really good. Personally, I hope it wins, but there's 2 other skins that I haven't even seen yet that would be nice to see. So, good luck to those creators of those skins too. That would be really nice to see anything for Jade Rabbit, really. I mean, that blue shit got old, but still was one of my favorite guns overall.
Oh, I love that gun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more excited for Jade Rabbit than I am for the whole DLC. I mean, Osiris looks like a badass, but other than that, Jade Rabbit was the shit.
Yeah.
Moving on, though, we can go into some of the Vex here. A lot of people out there still don't really know where the crits are on the Vex. If you look over here right now, I actually have a couple... Oh, I actually have a Hobgoblin here too, but I have a Goblin right here. If you look at these guys, let me get their aggro. Right here in their stomach is their crit spot. Alright, just keep that in mind. There's a Hobgoblin here. As you can see, he does that shield, and he actually regens all of his health. So once you take that first shot, actually give them a second. They'll crouch down, do a little buff thing, get their armor back, and then go ahead and kill them. The Hydra here, just skip your shield, shoot him in the eye. I mean, it's pretty easy. Yeah, I was mind screwed the other day when somebody asked me where to shoot a Hydra, and that's actually a legitimate thing. Minotaurs, these are also the stomach, right here. Actually, he just smoked me. But yes, the Minotaurs are shooting in the stomach, just like the Hobgoblins and the Goblins. Down here in the Pyramidion, we actually have a couple Harpies. Way down here. Yeah, even here's another Minotaur. If I can get him to aggro. You see that little white dot on the stomach? Yeah, that's where you're gonna want to shoot. The Harpies here are exactly like the Hydra. All you gotta do is shoot them in the eye, and it does the crit damage. That's pretty much a wrap up of the Vex. I mean, I really, off the top of my head, I don't really think of any more. Oh, the Cyclops. It's a stationary, like, bomber turret kind of thing. That, pretty hard to find. You really only get them in public events or in a strike or other places like that. But all you gotta do is shoot them in the eye too. They're exactly like basically a stationary Hydra or a stationary Harpy. Just shoot them in the eye. things like that. Yeah, but that's pretty much a wrap-up of the Vex. They're pretty easy to kill. I'm sure we're going to have some new ones. Some of them are going to have shields, I'm sure, blocking their crit points. I'm sure there's going to be Templars. I'm sure there's going to be big-ass bosses like we have in the Inverted Spire mission. There is new strikes coming, so there's a good chance one of those is at least Vex. Outside of... Yeah. I really like dealing with the Vex. I mean, the Vex were always my fun one. Alright, see you, KH. Yeah. No offense, buddy, but I'll chat at you later. Anyway, yeah, Vex were always my favorite. Vault of Glass was actually my second favorite raid. My first one was actually the Glorified Strike, Crota's End.
Alright.
That was only because when I could actually start having good internet to raid, Crota's End was my first raid. And it played out a lot better for me, finally having internet. I actually enjoyed that one. I was always the Blade Dancer running the sword. I really liked doing that. Nice. Anyway, that pretty much covers the enemy. Power leveling. Well, let's start off with leveling. We're getting a 5 level boost to our level. Alright, well, we have Cabal up here. We're getting a 5 level boost to our level overall, so it's going from 20 to 25. So our primary objective when our game first come out is get all 3 of your characters up to that level. You want to get 25 as quick as you can. That way you don't have to worry about that 25, 20. That has got to be the most annoying grind in this game, is doing the actual level.
Yeah.
A good thing to do with that, pop your Fireteam medallions, get your team together, go run some pubs. Get that out of the way, so the whole time you're grinding a new story, you're actually grinding towards your power level and not your level. So, I mean, it'll go over that way. Just bust it out. There's really no fast way to level your level. It's just grind it. For me, the fastest way, do some lost sectors, do some pub events, just get a group of 3 people together and grind that shit out. That's really all I have to say on that. I mean, it's not a fun time, yeah. Oh, another good way to do actual levels, do the adventures that you haven't done yet. Adventures give tons of XP. So if you're doing adventures and you haven't, like, you have no need for them, I would stop doing them. I mean, it's great to know the story, it's great, but don't do all the adventures on all 3 characters. I understand if you want to do one planet on one character, another planet on another, just to know what happens, that's fine. But save some of them for that XP boost, because they do give quite a bit in XP. Let me see here. It's got us down leveling. Power leveling, that's where you're going to turn in all your tokens. When the DLC drops, and if you're following all those other guidelines I said about, you want to turn in those tokens. Now do remember that when you go to a certain person, if you don't like the level that the gear is dropping at for you, feel free to come back about every 30 minutes to an hour and check the gear again without picking it up. It'll actually roll the light level. It can vary anywhere from 5 to 10 points up or down. So just pay attention to that. I mean, it's a lot of hit and miss of what you get when you get it. I mean, I don't ever worry about it, but when I do see that it's dropping 300 gear, I throw a whole bunch of tokens in it, just cause I can, and I like maxing out my gear.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There's really not much else there, but yes, power leveling when it actually starts, save it up till you hit 25. And then power through with all your tokens, your raid keys, anything you have that might give you a chance of an exotic or an extra piece of gear, turn it in. Do your flashpoints that first week, do all your milestones, grind that out, all 3 characters as quick as you can. From power leveling though, we're pretty simple from there. I mean, we only really have one more topic to talk about, And I know for our clan admin, our main guy, Sloop, he's gonna have a hard time with this. But go through your vault. Oh man, yes. Go through your vault, clear it all out. If you have duplicates, get rid of them. If you're just a collector like he is, feel free to keep your stuff, but you're gonna need to make room for the new gear, so you're gonna have to decide what you want and what you can't live without. So, like me, I'm gonna try to get my vault down to 100. I've been trying to work on getting all the meta gear. Maybe that way will help me a little more. Other things I'm trying to get a full set of raid gear for each character. So a cold heart on each character, the raid rocket launcher, mercy for each character. That way I don't have to transfer them back and forth. I really like raiding, so I like to be able to log on my character and already have all my shit without transferring it. I think I actually have 2 characters that are full set up right now, so that is pretty nice just to log on to those characters and be good that way. Outside of that, cleaning up your vault space is a big thing. Try to get all the junk mods out of there, the junk transmats. If you got blue weapons that are not any of the weapons that they say, oh, it's a triple tap or a double tap or the super good blue weapons, try them out. Right. I mean, don't just throw them away, but try them out. If they're your kind of weapon, go ahead, use them, man. Get it all, use the shit out of them. But if they're just blue weapons sitting in your inventory, get rid of them. Just don't bother wasting your time holding on to those, because you're gonna get all new blue weapons that are a higher light level. And they may not even be new. They may be the same blue weapons that we've been getting, just a higher power level. So we're gonna need to use that to our advantage. We don't need to hold duplicates of stuff. I think right now I'm actually holding like 47 blue scout rifles for the Mida quest line.
Oh wow!
I've been holding on to them. I think I'm only gonna keep 20 though, because of the I only have 4 more times I can do it on my characters overall. So, I mean, that's pretty good that way. I mean, I don't know about you, Anubis. What's your vault look like?
I keep my vault very trimmed down. I have 1 exotic of every type that I try to keep max powered in case I need it. Outside of that, it's mainly just keeping the legendaries and equipment that I actually use.
So, I mean, it's pretty good that way. I mean, I pretty much do the same. I don't think I have every exotic. Like, I got rid of the fighting lion. I mean, if I wanted, I could just go get it and infuse a jump grenade launcher I have. But there's a lot of guns that people don't even like, and I definitely don't like. I mean, a lot of people like Vigilance Wing. I think I have 3 of them sitting in my vault, but I just can't get into Vigilance Wing. Right now for me it's Time Worm Spire, but it's still a lot of fun. Other than that, I mean, it's a good gun. I mean, I can't deny it. A lot of people use it, but it's just not my cup of tea. I actually been rocking this new SMG I got from my guys at Mercy Gaming. Cool. They helped me with a flawless run last night, and they got me hooked up with this SMG from Trials. It is a ton of fun, and it's actually the first SMG I've noticed that has double perks on it. Yeah, if you look at this SMG, when you look at it in the menu, it actually has the precision, the recoil, and then the sliding adds some mobility and stability and handling, and it also adds some weapon magazine to it. And then the last perk here is when holding down the trigger, reduces the sway boost as it gets like a longer over time kind of thing. Now, if I compare that to my Antelope D, you'll actually see that there is no second perk there, which is actually pretty cool. Maybe if I put it on like this. No, still no second perk. Even if I equip my Antelope D, it actually doesn't show the 2 perks. So that's actually the first perk I've seen. I don't know if that's a Trials thing or what, but I mean, it's still the same amount of perks in the actual loadout here. Actually, no, it actually has 1 more from what I'm seeing here. Yeah, it's got 1 more. It actually has 6 perks where the Antelope has 5.
Okay.
So that's in my opinion, that's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
the freaking gun. When I got it last night, they had my vibration and stuff turned off, and it was so smooth. And like, I actually think I'm gonna keep my vibration off for PvP, just because it has that no recoil, and it's a fucking laser beam. You ever get your hands on this thing? Hold on to it, because it's not one that you can get very easily, and I can honestly say I like it. I was kind of disappointed that after I collected all my stuff, I still haven't gotten a damn prosecutor, but I got this gun, and it wasn't a complete failure as far as the gear that I got, but definitely enjoy this gun quite a bit. I mean, I'm not a fan of super close range, but I think it'll do a great counter to my mana.
Yeah,
I can't believe I just said that fucking name on live, on a fucking video. I fucking hate that name.
Well, now there's proof that you say it.
Yeah. Oh shit. But other than that, one of the big guns that we really want to get from Trials is the Prosecutor. That auto rifle does some fucking work, and if it really has 3 perks like this one does, I mean, I haven't seen it. Do you have an Anubis by chance?
I believe I do, actually.
Check that out. See if it actually has 3 perks on it instead of 2. It'd be cool to know.
Give me a sec. It's on my hunter. I'll get it over here real quick, though.
Yeah, you're good. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really checked any of the other Trials guns. I think the only one that I use is the End now and then, and even that is rare for me.
I got the hand cannon the other day. I'll bring it over too.
Yeah, we'll have to check some of these out. I'm not sure if they actually have 2 perks or not. I know my boots do not. The boots, the gear-wise, it's all the same. There is no extra perk on any of that. The only thing I don't have for my hunter now is the cloak and the helmet. I actually had the option between the helmet and the gauntlets, but come on, who the fuck is picking the helmet when you get these bitchin' spike gauntlets?
Alright. Hand cannon is on, and so is the prosecutor.
Yes, my End actually shows it too. It actually has the double perk. Alright, yeah. Anubis. Yes, it has that double perk again showing. Now my question is here, do you have a second auto rifle? Does the prosecutor have 6 orb slots to pick from in the actual menu?
Yes, it has 6. There's 3 barrels, 2 in the middle category, and then 1 at the end.
Yeah. So I don't know if a lot of people know that either, but the Trials gear actually have another perk. As far as the weapons go, have another perk that you can pick from. So that's just keep that under your hat when you're getting beat by those in the Crucible. They have 1 extra perk that they get to feed in there. I mean, they still only get to pick 3, but the option of getting that 6th perk could be deadly depending on what that 6th perk is. I mean, like this SMG right now, the longer I fire it, the more accurate it gets. Come on, dude. An SMG with 27 rounds, I'm going to empty the clip on somebody's face. And if I'm only getting accurate more and more every second, and on my hunter here, I actually run double kinetics, so that's pretty good. Anyway, we should definitely wrap some of this shit up here going on.
Okay.
Gonna give out some shout-outs here to our clan members. We're gonna go with Anubis first. He helped me today. Did a really good job. Thank you, Anubis.
Hey, right place, right time. My pleasure.
Yeah, that's all it really was. Good job. Sloop for taking in me and my clan when we decided that we didn't want to struggle on the bottom with a low number clan. I actually convinced me and the members in my clan to join over and enjoy the game as a little bigger community, which has now grown immensely. We're pushing to anywhere between 70 and 75 members. So thank you, Sloop. Good job on getting your son through the first raid. I'm glad to see you guys got to work that out. Ender. I gotta give you props, man. From what I hear, you are running people through the Prestige Nightfall and the Nightfall all week long. If they're asking you, you're running it. So, props to you, man. Good job. Keep up the great work. Outside of that, I just got one. And I'm going to have to say he's been my man from D2 all the way back to D1, second year. We met back in Dark Below. We started playing together off and on, and then we just started clicking and playing together a lot. Righteous Moon. One of my good friends. He's pretty much always on with me. He probably would have been doing his video if he would have been on today. But overall, he does play with me a lot, and I've never asked for a better companion. And when I asked him to jump to this clan, he never questioned me, nothing. He was just like, "Yep, let's go." And I can never ask for a more solid player to back me on anything. He's always been there, always worked together, so pretty good that way. Other than that, guys, if you feel free, hit LGC up. Any questions, hit up the LGC chat. If you're in it, if you're not in it, feel free to hit me up, Shadow-DragonTV. You can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me pretty much anywhere you want to look. Just search that gamer tag. Feel free to ask me about mods for Skyrim. Feel free to ask me about anything you want. I'm completely wide open right now. I am a full-time student, and I also have a full-time job, so I got a lot on my plate. Plus, I'm trying to keep this Destiny thing going, try to get some videos out when I can. Probably going to try to do one of these a month, just to kind of give you tips and tricks of what's going on in the game currently. I'm for sure going to do one every DLC, that way you have a quick little reminder of what's going on, how you should change things, stuff like that for the DLC coming out. Other than that, I mean, it's nothing too fancy, but overall, good video.
Yep.
Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to hit LGC up. Play with us sometime, and maybe you can join us.